There are 5 major issues in the modern church that must be dealt with in order to experience church growth. Reflecting over the last 10 years, especially the last 2 years, we can see some major issues in our world, including the church. The wearing of masks, having school at home, working from home, Zoom meetings, closing of businesses, closing of churches, canceling of events. By the end of this video, you will have the understanding of the 5 major issues facing the church today and the solution for each one. Let's get started. Issue number 1 are cultural distractions. The major one is apathy. The lack of connection and despair and hopelessness that was present in the world invaded the church. People lost interest in church activities. And other than apathy, division. There's such a difference politically, socially, relationally, theologically. These divisions cause such a rift within the church itself. The solution to apathy and division is understanding who God is and understanding who we are. When we understand who God is and that God created everyone and that everyone has value, everyone's important to God, then we will see other people differently. We will treat other people differently. Issue number 2 is transforming discipleship. The first thing is a commitment to discipleship. So there must be a commitment to being totally surrendered to God. A disciple is someone who is called by God to follow Him and to learn. So we must be committed to learn from Him. But the second thing, not only commitment, but the second thing is imitation. So when we are called by God to follow Him, we imitate Him. Once we learn who God is, then we imitate Him. The solution is to submit to being changed by the truth. Issue number 3 is biblical literacy. We need to focus on equipping, creating a solid foundation that comes by studying and applying the Word of God. We need to challenge people to dive into the Word of God, to understand theology, to understand sound doctrine. And then we need to communicate that truth. Communication is so important. Pastors and teachers and speakers needs to tell people the truth that is found in the Bible. But if we don't get into the Bible, if we don't read the Bible, then we can't tell people the truth. The solution here is to immerse yourself in the Word of God so that you can understand it, so that you will know it, so that you can apply it, so that you can tell it. If this video has been helpful, I ask you to give me a thumbs up by hitting the like button so that other people can watch this video too. Thank you. Issue number 4 is godly leadership. The leaders need to be a servant. Their sole focus should be on building God's kingdom on earth. Not building man's kingdom, but building God's kingdom. The second thing is their character. They need to have a genuine love of God and the church expressed through relational ministry. The solution is to reflect the image of God in everything. Decision-making, relationships, sermons, everything reflect the image of God. Issue number 5 is ministry paradigm. The first thing we need to do is evaluation. We need to investigate to determine ministry effectiveness. Are we in line with the mission of Christ? Are we fulfilling the mission of Christ? The next thing we need to do is transition. We need to be willing to add, subtract, or adapt programming in ministry based on the purpose of the church. The solution here is to realign to fulfill Christ's mission. Make sure you check out the S3 website. There'll be a link down below where you can check out the services that the S3 ministry offers to help churches grow. Over the next several months, there will be videos uploaded to address these different issues. So make sure you subscribe to this channel and come back and visit often so that you don't miss any of these videos. And until then, I invite you to look at this video right here where it talks about the differences between a Christian and a disciple. Thanks, everybody.